So I've faffed enough now. Bishan, you seem to have better connectivity or something is going a little bit better in your life. So I'm going to hand over to you.
Thanks, Vanessa. I feel your pain. So just a very big thanks to Salt for giving us the opportunity to talk about Adobe Sign. The first part, I'm just going to basically give you an overview of what is Adobe Sign. I don't have a presentation deck, but Vanessa is going to show you a few demonstration videos, just quick snapshot overviews on what Sign does. So just to kick off, I just want to sort of start off by saying to explain to you what is Adobe Sign. Adobe Sign is a cloud-based enterprise class e-signature service that enables you to replace paper and ink signature processes with fully automated electronic signature workflows. With Adobe Sign, you can easily send, sign, track, and manage signature processes using a browser or mobile device. Just to emphasize on that, when they say browser or mobile device, you don't need a license. If you're signing the document, it's just the initiator that needs a license. Next point, Adobe Sign enables you to use turnkey integrations and APIs to include e-signature workflows into your enterprise apps and your systems of record. So, I mean, typically, most of us use Microsoft, the Teams, Word, Excel. There's a lot of integration opportunity within that space. And when Vanessa shares the data sheets with you, you'll be able to see more information on the integration side of it. The next thing I want to just touch on is what business problem does Adobe Sign solve? So 80% of businesses still struggle with paper-based processes that are slow, error-prone, and fragmented. Employees spend hours hunting down approvals and ink signatures, and then print, scan, fax, or email documents to get their job done. I think most of us can relate to this, just the manual paper processes. The resulting delays frustrate customers, business partners, and employees alike, and ultimately reflect poorly on the company's brand. Adobe Sign helps businesses transform paper processes, making 100% digital workflows in a reality with trusted and legal e-signatures. Lastly, I just want to touch on integration, and Adobe Sign tools are built right into Microsoft Office 365. This means that everyone in your organization can transact business and collaborate faster in their favorite Office apps. Adobe Sign enables you to save time with speed signing that basically allows you to prepare and send documents for e-signature and to track their statuses quickly and easily, right within SharePoint, Outlook, Teams, Word, or PowerPoint. Lastly, Adobe Sign enables you to create automated workflows, which gives you the opportunity to add signing steps to SharePoint workflows or use Microsoft Flow connectors to automate processes. That's basically it from my side. For today's demo, I'm actually going to give you all an opportunity to to test Adobe Sign, and what it's basically entails. It's literally you're going to receive an email with a link, and when you receive the email, all you have to do is basically fill in your name and surname, and you'll see a blue tab that enables you to sign the document. Once you sign the document, you'll get a certificate of attendance. And on that certificate of attendance, on the second page of that attendance certificate, you'll actually see an audit trail, which will basically show you my IP address, the time stamp that I sent you the certificate of attendance to sign, and your IP address and your email address. What this is basically, it's a secure audit trail that is enforceable in any court of law. So before I hand over to Vanessa, any questions? Anything specific anyone have? All okay? With that, I'm going to ask Vanessa to kick off with the videos that we're going to talk through today.
Okay, great stuff. And I do urge everyone to check their mailboxes, have a look out. It's really, you only get to understand how awesome this digital signing tool is if you actually use it and how easy it is. So please, if I can urge you to, when you get the email, go through the process and especially look at the second page for the authentication information. Very interesting. So without further ado, here we go with our first video.
At Adobe, we're all about powering business creativity and continuity anywhere. The digital-first hybrid workplace is now here to stay, and Microsoft Teams has been at the forefront, creating a powerful platform for organizations to stay connected. This has enabled us to bring the power of Adobe apps like Adobe Sign, Creative Cloud, and Acrobat right within Teams. With Adobe Sign for Teams, we're making e-signature experiences in person again in video meetings. And with Adobe Sign powering Teams approvals, adding an e-signature is quicker and easier than ever. This all goes hyperscale in Power Platform with Adobe connectors enabling you to create your own apps with e-signatures and document workflows in Teams. Whether it's government services, telehealth consultations, or complex financial agreements, Adobe and Microsoft are reimagining how work gets done wherever you are.
Thanks, Vanessa. Hope you all found that video insightful.
Okay, can I go with the next one?
Yes, please.
We use Microsoft Teams as our primary communications tool between colleagues and customers. And I can send and manage documents via Adobe Sign directly from a Microsoft Teams channel. This is the Adobe Sign Teams channel, and underneath the Adobe Sign tab, I have the choice to send documents to signature or manage the ones I've already sent. So sending a document is really straightforward. All I need to do is type in a recipient, select a document to send. I'm going to choose a template, which is a contract of engagement, and then I can send it. And that's all I need to do. Once the document's been sent, if I want to manage my documents, I can simply click on the Manage Agreements tab. In this view, I can see the status of all my documents. So for example, In Progress shows me the documents that are out for signature, and there's the one that I've just sent. And Waiting for You tells me that there's a document that I need to sign. The great thing about having this in Microsoft Teams is that even people within the organization who don't have an Adobe Sign license can stop in on the Teams channel and check the status of a document that might be relevant to them.
Yeah, thanks. So just to add one or two comments, let's say I ask Vanessa, sorry, you mindful? If I ask Vanessa to sign a contract, she's got a lot on her plate, she misses my email. All I basically do is go into the Manage Agreements tab and set a reminder. So I could set a reminder for Vanessa to sign the contract right now, or I could set a reminder to remind her daily. So there's a lot of intuitive functionality built into to Adobe Sign. Over to you, Vanessa.
Thank you. Play the video now.
One of the things that we're responsible for in my team is a statement of works, which effectively is our contract between ourselves and our client for the project that we're delivering. In the past, they'd have to print it out, sign it, then they'd have to find a way of scanning it, or they could photograph it with their smartphone. But it's just a big hassle. We'd have to chase and chase to get them back. Now with Adobe Sign, that problem's gone. They can just open the document and sign it straight away. They can type their name in, or they can just sign with their signature using their finger. It's instant. You can even put an expiry date on it to sign it within a specific time, and the system actually manages reminders to the client as well, so we haven't got to chase and continually follow up. It gives us an immediate receipt as soon as they've signed it, so we know we can start the project. For the client, we look far slicker and far more professional, and we have a much higher success rate of getting them back on time. Ultimately, having Adobe Sign means that we can spend less time chasing our clients and spend more time developing the relationship.
Yeah, interesting video. So, I mean, we've all had this where a document's lying on our table, we were meant to sign it, we spilled coffee over it, and what happens? Eventually it goes in the trash. But Just to give you an idea, I mean, the simplicity of signing using Adobe Sign will definitely help your business. Any questions from anyone? All okay? I'm going to ask you to go ahead then, Vanessa.
I noticed now that these tunes are quite catchy that these videos have. Let's go for it.
When I first started using Adobe Sign, I was so happy with how easy it was to use. You can just log in, upload your document, add the relevant fields, send it, and off you go. You can set up templates. You can just do everything that you want in one place really quickly and really easily. And actually, it's simple, but it's versatile as well. And there are so many different applications for us in our business.
Thanks, Vanessa. I just want to touch on setting up of templates. I mean, most of us in organizations already have pre-built forms, whether it's a leave form, expense form, or complex form. It's literally, and if you have been using Acrobat and you've created like a form using Acrobat with form fields, when you import that form into Adobe Sign, it automatically detects those fields. So at that point, all you basically need to do is just drop in the signature field and set up the mini workflow, however you need to set up the workflow process. Over to you, Vanessa.
Sometimes we work with contractors, and we have quite a comprehensive time tracking system built within our project management. But what we like our contractors to do at the end of the week is to fill in just one simple form which aggregates all of their time spent with us on task during the previous week. By creating this form in Adobe Sign and sending a link out to our contractors, it's much more psychological than anything, because they're actually signing a declaration to say, yes, these are the hours that I've done. And what we can see is the average hours worked by our contractors each week has actually gone down a little bit, because they're not rounding up to make things easier as perhaps they would have done before they were using Adobe Sign. So it's been a really interesting learning curve in that respect, and it's actually saving us a little bit of money as well.
Thanks, Vanessa. Was that the last video? Oh,
one more to go, and then we're done. So we finish it.
Before we go ahead, I just want to touch on one point. For me, like looking at this use case for the video that you just saw, Adobe Sign, once you sign the document, it can be used as a data collection tool. And this is where, let's say, if you're sending a document out to 500 people to sign, let's say, let's call it a survey, or filling in their details for HR to be updated. At the end of those processes, you could basically export all of that data into a CSV format and to an organized fashion for you to be able to sort of store this information into a centralized service. Over to you, Vanessa. Thanks.
We often send artwork to our clients for approval, and what I love about Adobe Sign is we can upload that artwork directly to the system as an image and draw attention to specific points that need consideration. So in this infographic, I would like to draw attention to this box here, and the text has changed since our last round of approvals. So I simply drag this checkbox button on here. I can make it a little bit bigger so that's a little bit more obvious. And then by double clicking on it, I can make it a required field. I can add a tooltip, text for approval, so the client knows what they're looking at when they roll over it. And then add the signature field. And now we know that the client needs to approve the text that's changed, add their signature, and then it's good to go.
Thanks, Vanessa. So before I close off, I just want to touch quickly on the licensing model for Adobe Sign. And basically, you would be purchasing, if you buy Sign, you'll buy it under what we call a VIP agreement. And you have two options of buying Adobe Sign. The first option is the per user model. And the per user model is basically assigned to a user that gives a user access to 150 transactions. Effectively, 150 transactions is equivalent to 150 envelopes that's sent out. There's no option of sharing or pooling licenses under the per user model. The second option is the per transaction model. This is quite handy where you could buy, say, 500 transactions for your organizations, which is valid for 12 months. Those 500 transactions could be pooled amongst your organization. So, for example, HR needs 20 transactions for employee onboarding. They'll utilize 20. Your sales department, they go through a lot of sales agreements and they'll utilize 80, and so forth. I mean, at the end of this, if you deplete those 500 transactions, you could easily top them up during the term of your agreement. Ultimately, whatever transactions you purchase need to be utilized within 12 months. Yeah, so any questions? I saw 1 or 2 responses come through for the certificate being signed. Any comments? If you have any specific questions, please, raise them now.
Did anyone maybe not get the email? Let's ask that.
Yeah.
Everybody get it?
Yeah, all good. So
we'll assume so, and we'll hope they managed to sign. I managed to sign.
Brilliant. Oh, no, we've got 1 thumbs up there. Yeah, so I mean, those of you that have signed the certificate, the attendance certificate, you'll see how simple it was. I mean, you could literally have signed that using your mobile device. You don't have to pull out your laptop or tablet device. And as previously mentioned, all you need is an internet connection and a browser to sign the document. So
maybe I'll quickly share my screen just to show what it looks like. I signed it, and then this is what I basically get in my mailbox, which is the certificate, that's my signature, signed by me, and then here is the trail, the history. So really super easy, and I signed it from my phone. So yeah.
Brilliant. So I mean, you can see this template that you're looking at literally took me maybe 10 minutes. I just needed to find a nice picture, and it's not rocket science. You don't have to be a developer to sort of build these kind of templates. It's all what we call GUI, graphical user interface, drag and drop. So it's very simple. Also, just before I close off, when you buy Adobe Sign, you get access to what we call Adobe Expert Support. So you get 2 expert support sessions per license, so actually per user, that basically enables you to sort of sit down with an Adobe solution expert. It'll obviously be a remote Teams call or something like that, whereby they'll assist you with your specific use case. I call myself a medium level expert in building these kind of templates, so I could assist you. But if it gets very complex, where you need to do integration into your Microsoft Teams environment, you could very easily lean on Adobe Expert Support, which is basically included with your licensing cost. That's basically it from my side. If you have any further questions, if you have any specific use case you want to explore, like an employee onboarding form or any specific form that you'd like to put into an electronic signature workflow, please chat to Vanessa and she'll arrange a Teams call with the 3 of us.
Thank you so much, Bishan. So I think if there are no more questions, I'll give it one more go. Any questions, any comments before we can close for the day? Nothing? Okay, then I would like to say thank you very much to everybody for joining. Apologies for the hiccups here and there. Like I said, please watch out for the email, the follow-up email with a feedback form. We are available for one-on-one discussions, one-to-many discussions. feedback form important for us to see if you want us to engage with you any further, or if you want a proof of concept or a demo environment set up for yourself. So we lost Bishan and Bishan is back. So I think with that, I am going to close off today. Thank you again to our partners, CES, Shamila. Thanks for being on the call and the support. Thank you for Tinus, bringing the wealth of experience, and Bishan for the practical nature of the demonstration. That was really nice. So thank you, everybody. Have a fantastic day. We're exactly on time, 3:15.